Chernobyl, the worst nuclear disaster in history. The radiation released there was more than 300 times that of the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima. The interesting thing about Chernobyl, however, is that there was no nuclear explosion. The surrounding area was left intact, but it had to be immediately evacuated due to the radiation. The nearby city of Pripyat remains exactly as it was at the time of the disaster, captivating urban explorers for its solemn silence and eerie gloom. But what went so wrong that an entire city was just left to rot? The cause of the radiation was the meltdown of the fourth reactor at the Chernobyl nuclear plant, named the V.I. Lenin Nuclear Power Station after Vladimir Lenin, founder of the Soviet Union. The plant contained 4 RBMK-1000 reactors. The design of these reactors was flawed and primitive, first designed in the 1950s, with some still in use today. The Chernobyl reactor was built starting in 1977, being completed in 1983 using 2% U-135 fuel to generate energy. On April 26, 1986, a poorly timed test combined with the imperfect design of the reactor and the low skill level of the workers melted down the reactor system. Rapid steam buildup caused by superheated U-35 caused 2 explosions, lighting the reactor on fire as it spewed out contaminated materials such as graphite into the world. The blaze lasted several days and could have been much worse, as the fire was the least of their worries. An emergency pool of cooling water had been contaminated, and if left alone, could have caused an explosion, spewing incalculable amounts of radiation across Europe. 3 brave men dived into this pool with only basic protection, feeling their way to the drainage valves. The pool was drained and the 3 men were dead from radiation sickness within a week. They prevented the worst nuclear disaster in human history from being far worse than it already was. However, at this point, much of the damage is already done. The surrounding area was soaked with radiation. Even today, prolonged stays in certain areas can result in death. The residents, many of whom still felt the chill of nuclear winter, left immediately. Today, the nearby city of Pripyat is as it was when the residents left, frozen in time. Pripyat remains, and albeit a dusty portal into the lives of Soviet subjects in the late 80s, complete with key differences and similarities between the United States and the Soviet Union. Haunted images come from the city's surrounding area, just as a post-apocalyptic world we live in. Most cities never sleep. Pripyat and Chernobyl will never wake up. Some people guess that the area will not be safely habitable for thousands of years. Until then, the city will sit and wait as nature slowly claims it. Eventually, just like the uranium that powered the reactor, the Chernobyl reactor and the city of Pripyat will decay.